Welcome to Africa Super Story TV, where you get to know about the rise of OYO Oranmiyan's legacy. Long before cities rose from the red soil of West Africa, before the thrones of kings echoed with centuries of praise, there was a journey, a divine mission that changed the course of the Yorùbá race forever. Oranmiyan, son of the great Oduduwa, stood at the gates of Ile-Ifẹ with the weight of destiny upon his shoulders. Tall, regal, and fierce-eyed, he had been chosen to fulfill the prophecy to find a new land, establish a kingdom, and expand the influence of his father's royal legacy. For weeks, Oranmiyan's entourage pressed northward. His mission was divine, yet the path was treacherous. His journey took him past Owu, through Ibariba territories until he reached the edge of a vast plateau known as Ajaka land, fertile and free. Oranmiyan made his first encampment in Igboho, but the spirit whispered, "This land is not yet yours." He moved further until the gods brought him to a fertile valley surrounded by hills, the site of what would become OYO. Here, Oranmiyan planted his sword in the earth with sacred chants and offerings. He founded OYO, the city that would become the jewel of the savannah. The Alaafin, king of OYO, was born. To solidify peace and trade, Oranmiyan married a Nupe princess, daughter of the neighboring ruler. Her name was thunderous, elegant and wise. She bore him a son, Ajaka, whose calm nature would later define a different kind of reign. As Alaafin, Oranmiyan ruled with divine authority. He introduced the Ogboni Council, empowered warriors under the Are Ona Kakanfo, and built a government rooted in justice, tradition, and divine order. After decades of rule, Oranmiyan returned to Ile-Ifẹ to complete the circle of his destiny. He handed the sacred stool to his son, Ajaka, the first true-born Alaafin of OYO by birthright. While he disappeared into the echoes of time, some say he became a spirit, forever watching the fate of his kingdom. Ajaka rose to power, peaceful and thoughtful, though he was later succeeded by Shàngó, the mighty war king. The foundation was Oranmiyan's gift, a legacy carved into bronze, blood, and honor. The reign of Shàngó, the Thunder King. Of all who sat on the throne of OYO, none roared like Shàngó, the god king, the warrior, whose laugh made lightning tremble. Shàngó ruled with lightning in his hands and fire in his eyes. His wives Oba, Oshun, and Oya were queens of beauty and magic, but Shàngó's power frightened even his own chiefs. Betrayal crept into the palace like smoke. OYO flourished like a tree in the sun. The city's walls rose high. The king sat upon the Agon throne, guarded by the Oyomesi, 7 wise elders who balanced the king's power. Beyond the city, the Are Ona Kakanfo, general of the army, conquered lands. Warriors on horseback thundered through forests. Drummers sent messages across kingdoms with language of the talking drum. Trade flowed gold, ivory, salt, and stories. OYO was mighty. OYO was feared. OYO was beautiful. Queens of power and spirit. Behind every Alaafin were queens whose names echoed like rivers. Oba, the gentle and loyal one, was tricked into sacrificing herself out of love. Oshun, goddess of the sweet river, brought beauty and diplomacy. Oya, fierce as a whirlwind, followed Shàngó into battle and became the goddess of the storm and death. Their stories flowed into every home, every temple, every river. The women of Oyo were not silent, they were spirit bearers, prophets, and queens. As the empire grew fat on success, envy grew inside it. The generals began to hunger for thrones, neighboring kingdoms rose in rebellion, and the once mighty Oyo faced cracks in its foundation. The Alaafin could no longer rule freely. If he lost favor, he would be asked to open the calabash to take his own life. Kings fell, palaces wept, Oyo trembled. Even after the flames, Oyo's spirit refused to die. Its traditions still echo in Yoruba art today. The Alaafin still rolls in Oyo town. The talking drums still speak. The bata beats still summon gods, and Shàngó's lightning still dances in the sky. Oyo is not just in history, it lives in every story told under the moon, every masquerade, every child who knows their name. The ruins may whisper now, but the spirit of Oyo still roars. In every drumbeat, every chanted praise name, and every monarch crowned in the Yoruba lands, Oranmiyan lives on. This is the end of the story. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.